Oh, there I am. Technical difficulties all around. You gotta love it, right? Today we are going to be continuing the story that we did yesterday. We're going to be talking about what's going on in the world of tech. There's some big stuff that happened. I got articles coming out later on tonight. But yeah, it looks like conservative websites and gun websites are under attack. Today, I am joined by the pilot that crashes the most. His name is Flying Rich. What
Hey,
is
John, how's it going?
Rich? I put Fly Rich. Okay, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'll fix
yeah.
it.
I don't know if I have to dance. Am I like the fly guy now? Fly girls, you know?
Yeah, my son reads a book called Fly Guy. It's pretty good. All right. So this is your idea for a show, and I think it's a really good idea because we need to diversify. I haven't diversified enough myself. In fact, I'm still running Chrome, but I am
Ah,
going to switch to a alternative browser.
okay.
Um,
So, first off, like browser-wise, Vivaldi or Brave are good replacements for Chrome. So, part of one of the things when you use Chrome, they're making money on harvesting your data as like what you're doing, where you're going, and then selling it to advertisers. So, you want to cut down on the ad revenue stream to Google. Go to another browser, go to something else. Um, Firefox was complaining about us, so I wouldn't go to Firefox. But Vivaldi and Brave are good. They're Chrome core engines, but they're not phoning home to the Google mothership.
yeah,
So
I actually have Brave installed. I just haven't um, switched over yet.
yeah, so I threw it on my phone. I've got an Android phone, so I'm going to be migrating off that. Um, and there's a whole bunch of Google cracks. So John, we haven't talked a whole lot. I'm assuming we have a lot of common technical background
Yeah,
that
but before
we.
but but before we get into that, do you need more energy? Mental clarity and endurance. If you do, we have something called Heavenly Products C60. This is C60 avocado oil. I don't know if you are familiar with avocado oil. I hate avocados, but this stuff
I don't
isn't
like them.
bad. It isn't bad. Avocados are very, very healthy. They're like considered a superfood, and this is concentrated avocado oil, 99.99% pure avocado oil. So you can get this at heavenlyc60.com. Use code Crumpy for 20% off. They'll make you feel better, protect your health just like you're protecting the Second Amendment. All right.
Dude, why didn't you send me that? I got in at 2 a.m. last night.
Yeah, I didn't go to bed until 2 a.m. last night.
Yeah, but you're an all-star. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not an all-star.
So, one of the things, and I was talking about, you know, John and I don't actually talk a whole lot off air. And I'm assuming John has a lot of similar experience that, I grew up dialing up BBSs and kind of stuff and just free
Okies list.
exchange,
That should tell
just
you how. Yeah,
just
I had
free
my first.
exchange of ideas and thoughts.
Yeah,
And I had never thought the internet would ever come to this.
no,
This is like
no. In
the
fact, when everything started going, I've been on the internet since 88 ish, 89 ish. When I was like 12, I got my first email account and started dialing up into the internet through local web browsers, and that was when web browsers back then. You had stuff like links. I'm not sure if you remember links at all.
oh yeah, yeah, links, Lynx.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
links was it was a web browser, but back then there was no World Wide Web, so everything was text based.
Yeah, it was just text and hypertext, text with links embedded in it.
Yeah. So I've been on the internet for a long time, and it was always, you know, I remember the Wild West days of the internet.
Oh yeah. So I had always thought, and IRC, the whole shoot match, you always thought that it would just be free and open experience. And my thoughts on this kind of topic is what Voltaire said. I'm going to paraphrase. While I disagree with you, I'll defend with my life your right to say it. I have never thought any different of that. And it's kind of like, why would I care if blacks are slaves? I'm white. You know? Well, you should care because one, it's wrong, but you should also care because the tables could be turned on you. And while the left is taking our freedom of speech from us, they should be very concerned that it could go the other way.
And they're not. That's the whole thing.
They have no conscience. They have no morals. They have it's unbelievable to me that people think that way. Wow, Joe Drag, $100 for the family.
Oh wow, I didn't even see that. Hold on.
Yep.
My Wolverine thing. I would yell at Wolverines. Thank you, Joe.
So, John and I are both tech geeks by trade, and one of the things, and my wife has actually been doing DuckDuckGo for years, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, Google, and I'm on the Google crack. So, get off the Chrome, get the Vivaldi browser, the Brave browser. It runs on your phone. It runs on your computers. Who's calling me? I got a call from California. I declined.
It's probably the Google people telling you to get off the phone.
Right. And I'm going to be doing that also. I'm going to be getting a Pine phone. A buddy of mine sending me out a Pine phone. So
you got Pine phone. How are the apps on that?
I'll tell you in a couple of days.
All right.
So I'm big on the Amazon crack. I'm getting off that. So one of the things you kind of talked about a little bit is currency. Banking operations during the Obama administration were going after gun manufacturers. So we really need to look at stuff like Tusk and Bitcoin. I kind of plowed the field of all sorts of different social media, and I refreshed my accounts and updated them. So there's Minds, MeWe. We know Pollar's offline because Amazon kicked it off, and there's lawsuits about that.
Yeah, ARFCOM got kicked off.
I'm not familiar with that one.
AR15.com.
Oh, okay. And they were hosted on Amazon?
Google. They killed them at an authoritative server level.
Shoot. Hey, that's crazy. A tool I use, and I don't know if this is too geeky, but it's Voxer, and it allows you to do like voicemail chats. There's of course WhatsApp, which again is owned by evil people. Signal.
WhatsApp is owned by Facebook.
Yeah, so WhatsApp and Signal's owned by Twitter. MySpace, I created a Flying Rich on MySpace today. Mastodon and Gab. So I am like out on all of these different social media sites. With video, we got BitChute, Rumble, Library, Full30, Gunstreamer. There's LiveLeak. I'm sure there's a dozen more out there. So definitely check that kind of stuff out. And let's talk a little freedom. ControlPew.com. So if you want to 3D print a firearm.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, mail, I went with Zoho Mail. There's a free personal account.
All right,
but you could go
through this a little bit slower here.
Okay.
All right, let's back up. Let's start at let's start with browser, like VPNs. Get a VPN. That's great.
Okay. So there's a bunch of different VPN providers. Hey, C4's out there. How's it going, man? I actually do the opposite. I use a VPN to get to my home network. So because I have different services running that I'm hosting locally that I want to connect to. And part of so you got NordVPN going on.
Yeah, I arranged to have a discount for all my subscribers.
Cool.
Because we do get a little bit of kickback. I'm not going to lie, but that's not the reason why I partnered with them.
So going out, what happens is your ISP, like I have Comcast, they see all of your DNS requests, they know where you're going and what you're doing, and they can market that data. So that's one of the things that VPN prevents your local ISP from doing. The other cool thing is if you're using something like Netflix, which I recently got rid of, if you want to see European stuff, you can have your VPN terminate in Europe. So you get all of the European content. So you can change, what country your VPN terminates in and get that particular country's content. So there are a couple of good reasons to use VPN. I actually use it different than most people because I'm VPN. Most of my services that I'm running on my home network stay on my home network and don't phone home. That's pretty much how stuff goes on. I'm self-hosting even my alarm system, so that's all run locally. I'm not paying any kind of an alarm company or anything like that. But all right, so browsers, Vivaldi, Brave, you can use something like I just started using Zoho Mail. I exported all of my contacts from Gmail. I'm forwarding all of my Gmail to Zoho Mail for the time period where I'm going to be transitioning. There's a Zoho Mail app for your phone. So you can, just like you run Gmail on your phone or whatever mail client. I also have, flyingrich.com, and I have other email domains and stuff like that because I do hosting stuff. I'm reseller hosting, so I'm not actually hosting.
Okay.
And that's with hosttech.com. So, and who knows how things change. I've talked to them about different topics and they've been friendly to the 2A community. But that could change. You never know. They could get pressure from somewhere.
Yeah, maybe it's a very scary situation right now because no one knows who is safe. I talked to people who own like gun websites, and they're like, "We're not sure who the hell to go to, or if we can even go anywhere."
Well,
One
right,
of the
right.
one of the things that the people on the opposite side from us have always said: if you don't like the rules, go start your own stuff. And then
Ding, ding,
people
ding.
starting their own stuff, and now they're still shutting that stuff down because we're not playing by their rules. We got off their stuff, and they're still going after us. The New York Times ran an article on Gab. My camera just cut out, didn't it?
Yep. Yeah.
The New York Times just ran an article on Gab the other day, and basically try to blame Gab for all this violence and stuff like that, which is ridiculous.
Wait a second. So Twitter that has pornography on it won't have the president. I actually followed. Let's see. I followed Putin, Xi Jinping, the Ayatollah Khomeini, and Nicolas Maduro.
Yeah, exactly. A known terrorist. So I don't know what's going on with my camera. Bring it back.
You look better this way.
Yeah, probably. Damn it! I think they're probably attacking me
through your camera.
Yeah, probably. Let's see if I can get back up. I don't know. I'll just talk and try to reboot it or something. Yeah. So basically, they have the Ayatollah Khomeini and all these terrorists. They have like ISIS groups on freaking Twitter.
Yes.
But we're the problem.
We're the problem.
It's effing insane.
Yeah, it just goes to show how hypocritical they are. Meanwhile, all summer long, they're encouraging people to, burn down cities, and they're supporting them and saying, it's mostly peaceful as, the whole city blocks are burning behind them. People are getting shot and murdered, whether it's cops or civilians. Poor people, and I don't mean poor as in people affected by the shop owners. Like if you have a restaurant or a storefront, God bless you. That's a tough business. That's a tough thing to be in, whether it's retail or having a mom and pop restaurant, and you get your place burned down. Insurance didn't cover riots. There's clauses in insurance that didn't cover riots. But meanwhile, holy cow, they busted some windows at the Capitol and everybody loses their mind.
Yeah, it's insane. It really is. It's like, what the hell?
I kind of like what Hank said. He said that politicians should never be comfortable, and the concept of the consent of the governed is what comes to mind when I hear that.
Yeah, you can go to basically you can go to Black Swan Media, not Black Swan Media, sorry, blackswantactical.com, and we sell a shirt on there that says MPAA, make politicians afraid again.
And they should be, and I don't mean that in a negative, derogatory way towards them. You should make sure the people that put you there are happy with you, and they're not going to try and get rid of you. And I think we're all too fat, dumb, and happy in general. That we're not uncomfortable by any means, and whatever discomfort we have is minimal in our lives.
Yes.
So
yes,
yeah, that's why my big push over today, next probably couple of weeks, is going to be to cut the funding sources of the people that are doing evil against us. So getting off the Google crack, the Amazon crack. Like I said, I'm even going to be trying out a Pine phone for like a week or two, see how that goes.
Yeah. Did you see what Elon Musk actually was telling people to go to Signal?
Oh yeah.
He was taking shots at like Facebook and everything else.
Yeah. Well,
He's never
again,
been political, but he's becoming more political, and I think I can see why he was never political.
Well, I'm conservative / libertarian. I think a lot of us are that way. I don't care what you do as long as it doesn't hurt me.
Yeah, I think that's probably what he is.
What's a Pine phone? So I think it's Pine.com. So Pine has a lot of techie geeky products. Let me just check.
Yeah, there's also a Gab phone coming out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not Pine.com.
What did they sell, like wood cleaner or something on that, or Pine with dirty cars?
No, that was something else. All right, it's pine64.org. Sorry. So they do a single board computer. That was one of their primary products, similar to a Raspberry Pi. And they have a number of products coming out. And so one of them, the Pine phone's available. I think they're doing a watch. Let's see. Devices. So they have a laptop. So I have a Pinebook. There's a Pinebook Pro. They have a watch. They have cameras. So lots of interesting things going on. They're super reasonably priced. So let's see. I actually ordered the Wise watch recently, but the Pine watch is very reasonably priced. Let's see. Where's the price on that? Okay, so the Pine Time Dev Kit is $25. So it might be a little bit more of a hacker type device. I do have a Wise Cam, and I was getting the Wise watch. I think that was like a $25 watch also, and that's going to be shipping in February. So there's a lot of product out there that you don't have to go down the Apple pipeline or the Android pipeline. And so that's why I'm trying to get out of that. I order a lot from Amazon, and that's going to end. Walmart's not a whole lot better, but at least you're pulling money from Amazon. If you go to Walmart, there's a service called Shop Runner out there, and depending on your credit card, they may do it for free. So they may give you a 2-day free shipping. Also, prior to Amazon, I was using Newegg. So there's a lot of products on Newegg. So if you don't want to be on the Amazon crack, you could go over there. Okay. So with Google, there's a whole, I probably could do like multiple blog posts on how to get off Google. But you can do Google Takeout, which downloads all of your content from Google. So whether you have pictures up there, your emails, you can download all of that stuff. You can export your contacts. And like I said, I've been using, just today, started with Zoho Mail.
I
So
use um can I link our newsletter sign up link? Yeah, go ahead. Um yeah, one of the cool email providers out there is Protonmail, which is based
mhm.
in Switzerland, and they don't actually care what you use or what you have, and everything's encrypted. They can't even see your mail. Where Google scrapes through your mail.
Yeah, Google's harvesting advertising information out of your email.
Yeah. The people who run Protonmail are very libertarian.
So Protonmail is another good one. Let's see, is it Yandex? That's Russian. Of course, there's Yahoo and AOL if you want to go with those guys.
Yeah, Verizon owns AOL.
And I'm a Verizon user also.
Yeah, you can't. It's hard to get away from those things, but I mean, it's possible. But it does take discipline.
Yep, yep.
That is one thing, because a lot of your friends aren't going to be on there.
Right.
So I'm going to stop posting on Facebook. I'm going to keep my Facebook because I have business stuff on there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. There's things that we have, communications on, or contacts, where we communicate with people. I've been reaching out to a lot of people, that I communicate with regularly, and like, hey, send me your phone number, so we can text. Just let's go old school. Because if I can't get to you on Parlor or whatever it may be, let's make sure we have a landline. Nobody has a landline anymore. Cell phone connection, which again, that could go dark.
Yep. It could go dark anytime. Let me ask you a question. Do you think I had a panel last night and I asked this question. Do you think that the tech companies, since they kind of fit the definition of a public utility according to
Yeah.
the government, do you think they should be regulated like a public
Yes.
utility?
Yes, I do. And because when you have the ability to throw somebody off, it's like a restaurant not serving colored people, or having separate facilities for colored people. This is wrong. This is we all understand that intrinsically that it's wrong. But somehow, MAGA people, you could throw them off the bridge. It's okay. Their companies are calling for us, because of our thoughts and beliefs, to be treated differently.
Yeah, that's all, please.
Yeah, and that's that. This is incredibly wrong.
That's scary. But when I had another podcast with Devin Perkins, who does Trenchwork Chronicles, and I had him on last night too, because I talked about when Stormfront, which was like a Nazi website, got kicked off. I said we got to stop this right here. We got to push back. And a lot of people are like, "Why are you supporting Nazis?" It's like, it's not the idea.
Nope.
It's not
Let 'em
Nazis
talk.
that I'm doing. It's not. That's not the reason. I'm like, I can see where this is going to go. This is a test run.
Yeah, let the crazy people talk. Let people, see how crazy they are. I mean, I'm not for having a Nazi website, there being more Nazis out there. That's not what I'm for. But I'm for people say, hey, look, these people are crazy. This is nuts.
You know what the best solution to a bad idea is? It's sunlight.
Good ideas. Yeah, sunlight. Absolutely. A free and open discussion. This is exactly like, what's very interesting is what we're doing now is the complete analog to the Russian encyclopedia. When you got an encyclopedia in Russia, you would get updates. So when a particular cosmonaut, defected and fell out of favor, they would airbrush his picture out and change the text. So they would send you a dozen pages, tell you rip out these dozen pages and insert this dozen pages. So you didn't see, whatever cosmonaut was no longer in favor.
Yeah.
But now we're doing that online. We're doing that in the blink of an eye. I always laugh when, some place like the New York Times does it, but like the title is the URL, and the thing that they changed was part of the title URL, but the URL is still the same, but then the content is different. It's like, see, you did change it. It's still up there.
Yep.
But they're not smart enough to figure that out most of the time.
Exactly. Here's the thing. Do you think we should start using the Onion browser?
I'm for all of the above. Go and use whatever doesn't allow big tech to make money on you based on your search. Like, all right, so DuckDuckGo was, I think I might have mentioned, or maybe I didn't mention, but we need to be doing things that take the funding from the people that are going to use that money against us. And that's my real goal over the next day, week, whatever.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Is to end that funding stream to the people that are deplatforming. I am absolutely against deplatforming anyone.
Yeah, G-Webs is asking, are socials over, or will there be a platform war?
I don't think socials are over, and I think things will take different forms, and whether there will be new networks. Look, the internet wasn't the original network. There was FidoNet, ARPANET. Not that people have the money to do a complete new network, but there may be decentralized type networking based on something like FidoNet of the past.
I'm going to the dark web.
And for those, FidoNet was like BBSs, and they would actually dial each other up. So like back in the day when phone calls cost money, which now they don't, what they would do is when it was a local call, like you could request a file from a file server, and then they would push that file out to you by free call to free call node, and then eventually yeah.
That's one thing I remember, waiting for files for like hours.
Oh, days. Sometimes it was days.
Yeah, my parents were like, "Why is the phone still missing?" No reason, Mom.
Yeah. Yeah, that hot babe.jpg.
Yeah, basically. BBSs were awesome. They had some awesome games on their MUDs and stuff.
Yeah, and this is I mean, I make a little bit of money on Amazon. I make like $50 a month on Amazon. I guess I got to give that up, because realistically, I'm not just making $50 on Amazon. They're probably making $5,000 based on, products I've reviewed or whatever, and, included affiliate links for. So, yeah, I'm going to be losing a little bit of money on my own, but you know what? Our tech freedom, our ability to communicate is worth $50 a month.
Yeah, I quit Facebook because it's Facebook. And I walked away from a lot of stocks, man.
Damn.
So, yeah, I left my stocks behind.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's how strongly I felt about it.
Good for you. And some of us, God bless the people that are moral enough to be able to do that. I work for a hospital, so I do IT for a hospital, which is a good thing. I've worked for a number of hospitals over my career. I did work for a collection agency once. Didn't feel good about it, but it did an honest day's work.
Yeah. Yeah, I just can't do Facebook anymore.
I don't blame you. It must have been, rough on your soul.
Yeah, I mean, I just couldn't look at myself in the mirror, and I was just like, screw it. And
I
Yeah.
haven't checked like Louder with Crowder. So Crowder was like demonetized for a year on YouTube, and then they got the monetization back. I'm wondering where they are and how long he's going to keep his monetization.
I don't think when he got demonetized last time by talking to some people over there, they actually made up the money and more by people joining their bug club.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm a member. It was originally Levin TV, and then they merged it with the Blaze, so I'm a member of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So that was kind of good. That happened. Uh, G Webs brings up a good point. He says they might require we join a government social that we have for services and payments. That's like China's doing that, and
Yes,
your social score makes a
social
big
credits.
difference.
Yeah,
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 that makes a
that's
big
kind of
difference.
nuts. So
That's scary, and I think that might be where we're heading, which is insane to think about it.
it may be heading that way, not through the government, but through look. Some people were thrown off. Was it Delta? Because of they're wearing MAGA hats and they went to the rally in DC.
You know who
And
was on
they're
that
like,
flight? It was Alaska Airlines.
there was okay. Now,
Carrie Sloan was on that flight.
now I know Chris Ann Hall. Do you know who Chris Ann Hall is?
Yeah,
Okay,
don't know,
so
not
I didn't
personally, but
realize
yeah.
I didn't realize it was her because the way they cut up a video and stuff like that. They said this woman claimed to be this guy's lawyer. So they were on a Southwest flight. They had somebody working with them, a young person of color, and he had a MAGA mask on. And he was sitting across the aisle with Chris Ann's wife and son, and Chris Ann was over on this side. And it was so funny. They cut up the video and they said, this woman, I didn't realize it was her. And I didn't get a look at, I know them all. And she's like, she claimed to be his attorney. It's like, oh yeah, she is an attorney. and they threw him off the plane. I think because the flight attendant was a person of color, and I don't think he took well to another person of color wearing a MAGA face mask.
It's kind of
And
scary, right?
yeah, and they all had to get off the flight, and I just shocked at first off how the media portrays things. They're like this, like some do-gooder woman claimed to be his attorney. It's like, oh no, she was. And they don't even have any facts when they report stories now. They didn't ask anyone. They didn't find JC or Chris Ann or I don't know that kid personally, but I know their family. They didn't reach out to them, which I'm shocked at how they tell stories and how they're incredibly inaccurate. And it wasn't until I saw her post the video, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was them. But yeah, we're getting thrown off flights. What if, like, I have domains registered with some with Hostech, some with GoDaddy. So I mean, is GoDaddy going to get mad at my redneckengineering.com or some AR-15bayonet.com website that I own? Am I going to get deplatformed? No, not like I bought some domains just as placeholders and goofs.
Yeah, I
And to
got
post a stupid image.
Yeah, I have a bunch of placeholder domains just from stuff I never really I had ideas for, but it always fell through.
Right. Like, what was one idea I had was YouTubeDeathpool.com.
You're twisted.
So like who's going to get killed off YouTube next? It was the idea, and to do some sort of social site around that. But yeah, we really need to be very conscious of what we do with our money, and I'm kind of very upset. So the last year, basically, we've bankrupted every mom and pop shop out there, let every big box store stay open. So whether it's Walmart, Costco, whatever. So if there was a family market, no, they had to be closed. But your Super Walmart, your Super Target, those guys could be open. They could be open for business and making money. Amazon, we made what? They doubled their revenue last year. So we made them incredibly wealthy last year. And how do they repay us? By kicking off Parler. I mean, if you just easily say 50% of the country is conservative or Republican, and 50% of the country is, liberal Democrat, I'm very shocked that they want to piss off 50% of the country.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure how many people. I mean, we have confirmation bias issues because of the circles that we travel in. So if all of us agree that we're not going to use Amazon in the future, you can't say 100% of conservatives. You could say 100% of guys like us are doing that. I don't know if my conservative neighbor down the block is going to be stopping using Amazon. But I hope we put a dent in the stock market. I hope we, hit their stock prices, that they realize, hey, there's repercussions when you do this. There's reasons you build a reputation. And, so in the future, would any conservative go to Amazon? Like, I was thinking one of the backup solutions I use on my home network, I'm like, oh, I could use the S3 cloud for that, and, storage for, backup of my data. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll just buy more hard drive self-host. And why do you want to feed somebody that's working so hard against you? Now, the problem is, how do we identify people? Is there a Republican version of Amazon or a conservative version of Amazon? Whether it's cloud hosting or, I haven't found that. I'm not familiar with that.
I don't think there is.
Like DigitalOcean or, you name it. I don't know who. I don't know if there's people that are just, like you say, Switzerland, absolutely unbiased, don't care. Or people that are, we're for free exchange of ideas and expression, and we won't stop you based on your politics.
There is one that's been under development by a billionaire that has libertarian leanings, but I'm not sure exactly where that is and the development process.
John, you don't want to make any special announcements today about anything,
No. It's just they kind of poached some like big conservatives from Facebook over to help develop it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I know about it. I did during California, and then I was not going out to California.
So there's a rumor that Donald Trump bought servers for Parler or hosting for Parler. You know anything about that, or?
I know something about it. Okay, so G-Web says AK-47bayonets.com.
AK-47.
No, I do know, but
I think I got chainsawbayonet.com.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Parler. I think it might be another service.
Well, that would be logical that the Trump family would be looking to buy, I would say, either a media broadcasting like OAN or something like that, or maybe a social media site.
This comes from a Trump family member. I'm connected. What can I say?
I get a kick out of that. You're very funny that way.
Why?
No, it's just fun. Just fun in general. Like, John's connected.
It's like,
hold on, somebody's calling. I'm not gonna say who.
Oh yeah, that was funny. People still don't know who that was.
If John name drops, it's like, oh my god, really?
Yeah, I don't name drop. I don't like to name drop. Well, that's how I get information, right?
Right.
I don't give up who I get it from.
It's fun. If you're a little on the inside of John Crump, it's kind of entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah. G-Web saw some of the information I have in the background. We did a live stream at the Christmas special, and I was like, "Hey, you guys want to see some stuff?" So I showed them a bunch of the documents I've been sitting on.
There's more stories coming?
Dude, I got stories for days, man. I have folders and folders of leaked documents. People email me stuff
from a 3-letter agency?
From different 3-letter agencies. One starts with an A. We got one that starts with an F. Yeah, we need to get good at triaging, multitasking, and supporting each other. Yeah, okay. But getting back to the hosting provider, it's not hosting. It's a cloud provider. Hopefully, it'll be a year out. If I said the person's name, not everyone, you would know who it is. A lot of the people out there would. Especially if you like video games.
It's a clue. It's a clue.
That is a clue. But we'll see. We needed Peter Thiel to do something. He's worth billions.
I'm just really, yesterday I was just very disgusted, just because these are actions. I'm shocked at silencing people. I'm shocked at deplatforming companies. Dan Bongino has an interest in Parler, and I listen to his podcast every day. And he made some good points. Like, what about the people? Like, Dan's a made man as far as finances. He hasn't spent a lot of money, so he'll be set no matter what. But what about somebody that just started working for Parler is now out of a job? Like, that's really pretty sucky. Basically, you shut down an entire company.
Yeah, because you don't like their politics.
You didn't allow them the ability to get their data out, which, if you give them a few hours notice and they have big infrastructure built, that's a real tough nut. Like, just the planning on getting your data out will take weeks. It's not like, all right, we're pulling all our data down. It's like, well, where are you going to put it? And that's the reason you go to these large cloud hosting corporations, is because they have the infrastructure that you didn't have to buy in the first place.
Or can't
so just
buy.
Right. Or
they're not cheap.
Right. And just the ability to plan it. And even, all right, so now let's just say John and I owned Parler, and it's with Amazon Cloud, and there's gigabytes, terabytes, what petabytes of data there. If I wanted to download petabytes of data, it would probably take me 6 months, a couple of months to negotiate a contract to get the servers. I'd have to find a place to put them. So you have all sorts of considerations: physical security, HVAC, networking capability, power backup, just to get the product delivered. And some things, there's lead times on that. You got to get it built. This is a real impossible situation. I hope Amazon gets so financially effed from a lawsuit over this that it's going to be scorched earth, that no company will ever do this again. That's my hope.
Yeah. Do you think there's going to be a lawsuit?
From what I understand, there's lawsuits already filed.
Look on your screen.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm trying to read that because it's small.
Oh.
Because I'm on my phone.
Parler LLC plaintiff versus Amazon Web Services defendant. That's the lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. I have the lawsuit. I've had it before it was actually filed.
So this, I hope they take a big bite out of the ass of Amazon financially, because there are things, it's not like, who is it? It's Backblaze is an online storage company, and they were buying like retail drives, shucking them, and they had an open source design on their storage setup. It's not like you can do that for petabytes of data that you have with Amazon. And even if you were going to do that, you need pallets and pallets of drives and bunches of people cracking them open.
Yeah. Let me show you something here. This might be breaking news. I think that. Oh, it's oh yeah. Right here, if you look, since this is being filed, I think it might have already been filed. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is their draft, so I don't know if this is going to be if the final one is filed. But this is Parler. They're trying to get an emergency temporary restraining order on Amazon, kicking them off.
Well, too late, but
yeah, but they can be back up.
Yeah, it's now. Here's the whole thing: if Amazon purged their data, I'm sure they have backups. But
No, Amazon doesn't purge anything. I can guarantee you that.
Well, look, who is it? Somebody on Twitter deleted Donald Trump's account early on. Some rogue employee.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they got fired, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is a really bad behavior. This is really as far as why would anyone that's not a Democrat, and even if you are a Democrat, what if you run afoul of something? What if you only have 48 genders on your form and Amazon requires you 57 genders on your form, and then you get deplatformed?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of scary. That's why I think they need to be utilities.
I believe that.
Because to set up a cloud service like Amazon's or Google's or whatever, it's going to cost you in the billions, not in the millions.
Yes.
The billions. People don't have that.
Well, the point that you guys made last night is that Amazon isn't benefiting from crap in their building. Amazon is benefiting from all of the money that the U.S. government spent on developing the internet and spends to maintain it.
Yeah.
So this is like telephone poles, roadways, railways, or should I use the Elizabeth Warren line? You didn't build that.
Well, no, that was Obama said that.
No, Elizabeth Warren originally said that. Then Obama appropriated. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but that's what a lot of people don't realize. That's one of the things we talked about last night. Most of the panel did not realize was like, wait a minute, you know how much money the U.S. government spends on maintaining the internet?
Yes. Yeah. Which is nuts. Which is there's a crazy amount of money. So yeah, these things are like public utilities. And is FPL going to shut off my power because I have a MAGA flag on my front fence?
Legally, they can't.
Is the Amazon driver not going to deliver? Well, he might not deliver ever again here, but who knows? I don't know. People come and service my property. I have a landscaper. I have whatever going on, and if they're not MAGA fans, if they're MAGA haters, they got to bite their tongue, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the last item I bought from this will be the last item that I have besides the stuff I already ordered that's coming in from Amazon. This revolver.
And I'm really interested, like, are there orders going down? Is there, because we're, in this household, we're gonna do our damnedest to get off the Amazon crack.
Yeah, I mean, we have to. It's just hard that that they're bringing us to do this. I mean, they're now they're going after websites. My wife is a member of a physicians group on Facebook, and the admins of the physicians group made a post saying, "If you're a conservative, a Republican, we are asking you to leave
Wow. Wow.
because you guys are terrorists."
No. We're not the ones that burned down every city over the summer.
Yeah, but I was just like, wow.
How myopic. Just and from I after this is very interesting. Where they're saying terrorism and terrorists as a descriptor when all summer long BLM, Antifa were burning all of the cities, and all of the Democrats were in support of it.
Yeah, didn't Kamala Harris say,
Kamala
keep it
Harris
up?
she was raising funds for the people's bail. She contributed to it. So, could you imagine if somebody bailed out, like Podium Guy or, Horned Guy?
Yeah.
Could you imagine, pick somebody like Sean Hannity bailed out Podium Guy? That would be, or the guy that's sitting in Nancy Pelosi's desk or whatever.
That Podium Guy was pretty funny though. Just to see him waving and walking out the podium.
Didn't get a big screen TV, but I got a podium.
Yeah. Yeah, someone posted a picture of CNN saying mostly peaceful riots, mostly peaceful protest in front of a burning building, and then they say a terrorist insurrection, and it showed everyone in the Capitol within the the velvet ropes.
Yeah. Yes. I've seen video of them cleaning up garbage, like somebody knocked over garbage pails, and then they're picking it up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know where this is going. I mean, I don't know. I don't see a way back.
I mean, I don't see a way back for the Democrats. That's and I'm along with Hank saying that politicians need to be they shouldn't be comfortable. I would have been happy if there was a week-long sit-in at the White House. They sung "Kumbaya." White House, Capitol building. Sorry. I mean, they did that during Kavanaugh. They did that on crazy accusations towards Kavanaugh.
That's been proven false since, and you don't see them going back and covering that.
Right. But they sat in on Senate buildings. In fact, the Democrats sat in on the House. They had a sit-in pizza party at the Capitol. I forgot what the issue was, but
yeah, I don't know. They've done that. It was during the Black Lives Matter thing because they all took a knee.
What was that? The pizza party also?
Yeah, I thought it was. It's getting ridiculous. I don't know where to go from being a libertarian type of guy, because they're not only after conservatives, they're after libertarians too.
Well, I guess they're after everybody that doesn't do their groupthink. Gun website says impeach Pelosi. God bless us.
Yeah, it's it's going to get worse, I think.
I can't imagine it getting better, and because the media, the left media or mainstream media, is still full bore on this. They don't see what they're doing. They have no clue that all summer long they promoted and supported.
I think they have burning and I think it just doesn't matter.
I mean, do you think? See, I often wonder: are they that stupid, or are they that tied up in their agenda?
I think they're that tied up in their agenda
that they can just lie, outright lie,
Correct.
See, I just wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be capable of doing that.
It's funny. We were supposed to talk about alternatives.
Well, I could run through them again.
No, no.
One
We
thing I
didn't
didn't
talk about
talk
any
about.
social media.
Yeah, one thing I didn't talk about was Nextcloud. So you can self-host Nextcloud on something like a Raspberry Pi or any kind of small PC, and pretty much have a whole app suite in storage. And there's apps for your phones for that also. So that's one thing I've been running a while here. There's also plugins for Nextcloud, so you can actually do video conferencing. So you can host your own video conferencing.
Can you install it in a bathroom?
I don't know if I want to go there.
I think you get the joke.
Yes. So yeah, basically, get off the Google crack. Find a mail client, a mail service that you like. So Protonmail, Zoho Mail. I'd recommend those. Browsers, go to Vivaldi, Brave. Use something like DuckDuckGo for search. Join up on other social media, and there's a stink load of other.
I love Mines. Mines you can actually earn cryptocurrency on.
Okay, so I gotta participate in Mines. So I'm flying rich on all of them. So Mines,
you can depending. They have like revenue sharing on posts. So if you do a public post and it gets shared a lot, you can earn Ethereum.
Oh, cool. So I joined MindSpace today. MySpace, Mastodon, Mastodon, Gab.
Mastodon
Hey.
there's a lot of left-leaning people on Mastodon.
Whatever, as long as they're not kicking me off. Tyvin's out there. I want to say hi to Tyvin. Tyvin deleted his Twitter account.
Good job.
I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I haven't done that. I get a lot of tips through Twitter, actually.
Yeah, I may not post, but I may keep my account on Twitter.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna end up doing, and just not posting on Twitter. By the way, guys, if you look, I have a join button now.
Oh, yeah. Crumpy has a join button, and he's donating all of his money to his niece, and he's looking to raise 15 grand.
Yeah,
and,
that's how much. Yeah, because that covers. I don't want to even say it.
So it's crumpy.com/GFM.
Yeah, GoFundMe. Right? Yeah. We're going to say goodbye to my niece this weekend.
Oh wow.
It's heartbreaking.
So we're going to be making a donation.
All right, thanks. Yeah, it's just she's in hospice now. I don't think that she's going to be back on the podcast. She wants to do the podcast, but she's just so sick. But I might try to do it from like the bed or whatnot.
Oh,
there's a lot of good guys out there, like Czar, who made this watch for me. A very nice watch. Peacetimes38.com. He's a really famous artist.
That was so cool. Very cool interview with him, both on your show and Hank's show.
Well, he did a private chat with Bella because Bella loves art.
Oh, cool.
So he did like a private chat on New Year's Eve with her.
That's very nice. What a nice guy too.
Yeah, it was very nice. It was very nice. He said some very, very nice stuff. Let me go ahead and get him the blue wrench here. But yeah, there is a lot of good. There's some big tech people out there, but they're just afraid. I've talked to several people in tech that are like very up there, but they're worried about killing their career.
Well, who was the guy that was he on? did he join Mozilla or something like that? And he donated $100 to some charity organization that supported conventional marriage, and basically they ran him out of the company.
Yeah, Tyven, you're good to go. Yeah, they ran him out of the company. It's just insane. Look, Palmer Luckey, the founder of Oculus, when Facebook bought it, he went over to still run Oculus, and because he's a conservative, they got rid of him.
Wow. I'm just absolutely shocked. Just if I mean, it should be the content of your character. If you're a good person, that should be all that matters. It shouldn't be whether you have certain politics or religious beliefs or whatever. It should be if you're a good guy
But
or girl.
that's not the way it works, man. Not the way it works, unfortunately. I mean, I don't know what else we can do, man. I don't see us coming back from this point.
It's not going to be the same. Definitely won't be the same.
Yeah. But I'm going to leave you guys with my little theory on mask. I was getting a haircut yesterday, getting my haircut, sitting back, thinking about different things, and my mind races at like 100 miles an hour all the time. My mind doesn't slow down. That's why I have so much issues. It's snowing in East Virginia. Where in East Virginia? I-77. I have no idea where that is. South. I-77 South. I'm in Northern Virginia. So I'm sitting there in the chair, and my mind races 100 miles an hour. I start thinking about physics. I think about math, and I start doing math equations. I count the little dots in the ceiling and stuff like that. And I think of like weird stuff, right? And I was thinking about mask, and I figured out what this whole mask thing is about. You want to hear it?
Sure, yeah.
I think that there might be a zombie virus out there.
Is that it?
Follow me here. So there's a zombie virus out there somewhere, and the government knows that the zombie virus is going to explode soon. So they came up with this mask mandate because when people turn, so when people turn, they won't be able to bite each other because they have masks on.
Uh-huh.
Blake said he sold all his
So-
Amazon stocks.
Yeah,
Wife's just coming home from work.
Yeah, tell her hi. Tell her to come on to the camera.
The podcast says hello. She says hi, podcast.
All right. Hey, Rich, you're on YouTube. Final question for you.
Sure.
Have you seen a massive drop in the last couple of days?
You know, I'd have to look at my numbers. If you give me
I
just
think I got
one.
because I think I got shadow banned,
Let's
and I thought it
see.
was just me. And then I saw Babyface feet. Baby
Oh
Face-
yeah, he posted.
yeah, and he had the same type of drop I had.
So I do a mix of stuff, so not necessarily all gun content. Let's see. Just off the top, my analytics don't look down. But let me go to the page. Yeah, it looks pretty normal, but again, I'm not 100% 2A focused.
Yeah, because I was averaging. I average like a little bit over 1,000.
Oh, all right, it is down. It is down. Okay.
And now I'm averaging and like now I'm like getting like 264 views.
So this is interesting. The drop happened. Hold on. I was at a recent peak on January 5th, and I've tapered off as far as like views per day, about a third. Almost not quite a third, but almost I'm a third of what I used to be on January 5th.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's very interesting.
So yeah, since January 14th, January 16th, my views are still averaging about 1,000 a day, and now the highest view count I have had is actually like 689 views.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, not 14th. Sorry. January 6th. Sorry.
Hmm. So January 5th was kind of my peak, and then it's just running down.
Yeah, that is it happens at the same time to everyone.
Okay. So they shifted the algorithm, and they're bypassing people that aren't of their thought process.
Yeah, QMs I know, but dropping like 50%.
Yeah, it's a fairly significant.
Yeah,
For me, it's definitely more than 50%.
it's usually just 25% for my other sites, but like 50 to 25% is just, I don't know.
And let's see. So I'm looking at the last 28 days. Let me go 90 and see what I see. All right. Yeah, there is definitely a downturn. I did have a spike. I had like a whole bunch of Reddit people coming on one of my Trump live streams and like rip me a new one. So there's like a crazy spike from.
Interesting. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up here. Go ahead and visit here. C60 avocado oil. If you go to heavenlyc60.com, avocado oil is very, very healthy for you. I think everyone needs to get healthy because I think we might need our energy here in the next year or so, fighting all this gun laws over the next 4 years, actually. Fighting all these bad gun laws that are coming out, like a nationwide firearms owner card and stuff like that. Ugh. But yeah, go to crumpy.com, check out everything I have there. Check out the GoFundMe, please. Crumpy.com, GFM will redirect you over there. Yeah, I don't want to get too much into that, but patreon.com/John Crump for everything else. I got a join button. Everything I do here goes to my niece. If you go to Black Swan Tactical, you can use code Crumpy and get 10% off, and all that money goes to my niece as well. Also, use code Crumpy at Heavenly C60 to get 20% off. And check out Tusk. Tusk is at tusk.network, and it is the gun-friendly cryptocurrency. And we're going to need that soon because I think they're going to be shutting down credit card processors.
Right.
That's why I'm not spending my Tusk right now, because I got a feeling it might be worth something.
Right. Definitely.
If they can't shut down the cryptocurrency, can't stop the signal.
Amen.
All right, Rich, you have the final word.
You can find me anywhere on, let's see, MySpace, Mastodon, Gab, Twitter, Instagram, Flying Rich. Just find me, Flying Rich. I'll be everywhere.
All right, man. I will see you. I got a video dropping tomorrow. That's kind of big. It's one of those internet breakers, as I like to call it. The story's going to drop hopefully tomorrow too, but the video is going to drop definitely tomorrow, and it's going to be an internet breaker.
Look forward to it.
Yeah. Whenever I post something, I got a lot of eyes on me now, apparently. That's why we have to double check everything and whatever. But yep. Okay. I will see you guys later, and we're out.